I don't know how to describe it other than like a demon type of sound.
But it's silhouetted, hulking, every bit of 5.5 feet wide, 13 to 14 foot tall, pitch black.
The one thing that ran through my mind when I had this encounter was I don't have a big enough gun.
Your host, two-time witness and field researcher for more than 40 years, William Jevning. Welcome to Creek Devil. Wildman of the Sixes. 1904, Thompson Flat, Myrtle Point, Southern Coos County, Oregon. Man-beasts, often called wild men, were active and a constant harassment to early miners and loggers during the early 1900 turn of the century in the Myrtle Point area south to the Oregon border with California. The following newspaper clipping was sent to me without the newspaper name included. At repeated intervals during the past 10 years, thrilling stories have come from the rugged Sixes Mining Company district in Coos County, Oregon, near Myrtle Point, regarding a wild man or a queer and terrible monster which walks erect and which has been seen by scores of miners and prospectors. The appearance again of the wild man of the Sixes has thrown some of the miners into a state of excitement and fear. A report says the wild man has been seen 3 times in a month's period. The first appearance occurred on Thompson's Flat. William Ward and a young man by the name of Burleson were sitting by the fire in their cabin one night when they heard something walking around the cabin, which resembled a man walking, and when it came to the corner of the cabin, it took a hold of the corner and gave the building a vigorous shake and kept up a frightful whistling noise the whole time. This was the same whistling that has so many times warned the venturesome miners of the approach of the hairy man and caused them to flee in abject fear. Mr. Ward walked to the cabin door and could see the monster plainly as it walked away. He took a shot at it with his rifle, but the bullet went wild off its mark. The last appearance of the animal was at Harrison's cabin only a few days ago. Mr. Ward was at the Harrison cabin this time, and again figures in the excitement. About 5 o'clock a.m., the wild man gave the door of the cabin a vigorous shaking, which aroused Ward and one of the Harrison boys, who took their guns and went to do the intruder in. Ward fired at the hairy man, and he answered by sending a 4-pound rock at Ward's head, but his aim was a little too high to the gratefulness of Ward. Then, the hairy thing disappeared into the brush. Many of the miners avowed that the wild man is a reality. They have seen him and know whereof they speak. They say he is something after the fashion of a gorilla, and unlike anything else that has ever been known. And not only that, but he can throw rocks with wonderful force and accuracy. The wild man is about 7 feet high, has broad hands and feet, and his body is covered by a prolific growth of hair. In short, he looks like the very devil. Thanks for listening to this episode of Creek Devil. If you or anyone you know has had an encounter with these creatures, please contact us at williamjevning@yahoo.com. That's William, Jevning, @yahoo.com. All communication is confidential. Join us for another program next week. And until then, keep your eyes open out there.